Hello everyone. I thought I would do a video review since everyone likes it. About this book that I just got done reading, The Serpent, Siddur of Nakash El Archer. And it's alternatively known as Lyrics of Lilith, Songs of Samael. Now, on my Luciferian page, I've discussed Samael significantly. Samael, a lot of people, unless you've studied Jewish lore, really do not know that that is the actual name of Satan. So the term Satan is actually not a name, it's a title for the adversary. So it's merely an office of title that he's giving. His job is to be a Satan. So this book was published by agianst Press in 2014. It is by Matthew Wightman. And I just happened to find it in a store, and this is, there's 200 hand-numbered copies of this. My copy is 28, and it's actually in 2 books. So this is volume 1, and this is volume 2. Volume 2 is just plain red, and these are actually his earlier writings. And as you can see there, we got crucified serpent. So, sorry, I'm holding the camera when I'm doing this. And basically, like I've been saying, he talks a lot about how Christ and Lucifer very similar, and in these beginning writings, the second volume here, he actually doesn't like Christ, and then he has a startling revelation one night after doing a magical practice with Baal, which to me is another Baal actually means Lord, but I believe that Baal is actually Lucifer. It's an older form of him. And so a lot of these writings have to do with the dark side of the tree and the tree of life. So, the tree of knowledge, also known as the tree of death, or the cliffot, is something that he talks about. He states that those who embrace the tree of knowledge become the fireborn, and those who embrace the demiurge are known as the clayborn. There's a lot of stuff in here that is about cosmology and a lot of anti-Yahweh, demiurge creation stuff in here. Basically, it's a Gnostic book. And just very interesting how he talks about anxiety and Ain, and how Ain is sort of the negative side of creation, and so that's how we get anxiety. And he talks about like the impossible and making the impossible happen. So the impossible is the negative. It's the exact opposite of creation. Is the attack of the Timurers. And he also points out that blood sacrifices, for example, are, you know, just perpetuating the violence of creation. So, you know, the fact that we live on an earth where we have to kill to, you know, survive and all that. You know, he doesn't want us to perpetuate the violence that creation is in. So, because Demerge wants us to be violent. So he makes connections with Christ in the Muslim tradition too. So in the Islamic tradition, Christ actually kind of rebels against Demerge and separates himself from the Creator. He further goes on to examine Cain and starts to kind of make the connection that, you know, of course Cain was fireborn and Abel was clayborn. So, anyway, it's a really interesting book, and I highly recommend people buy this. It's really hard to get. Now, I've never seen it online. Like I said, I was in a bookstore in Michigan. It was a metaphysical occult store, and I can share that website on my Facebook page. Unofficial Luciferian page, if you guys want, because I don't know the name of it off the top of my head, but they do have a website, and you never know, they might get this back in. So, once again, lyrics of Lilith, songs of Samael. Great book if you are interested in Gnostic Luciferianism or Gnostic Satanism. I highly recommend it. So, that's it.